Lifestyle and More. How are you all doing? Let me check so I can answer comments. How are you all doing? So today I'm going to be putting some skincare and some makeup. I've got so many empties that I need to do a video that I need to take care of. Okay, so let's see. It says Cindy's Lifestyle is live, and I'm seeing 30 seconds, 31 seconds. That's weird. Let's see what's going on here. Right. Cindy's Lifestyle is live, and I'm seeing 30 seconds. I was seeing minutes. Okay, so let me turn this off. All right, so how are you all doing? Okay, so I'm going to do some skincare, and I'm going to do some makeup. Uncle 7000, I guess it is. How are you doing? I'm going to have my iPad on right now while I'm doing this at the same time so I can talk to everybody. Make sure let me check if my volume's up. Uncle 7000, I guess it is. Okay, my volume is up. So how are you all doing? And how are you doing? You must be new to my live, right? Okay, so let me get started here. I'm going to put some serums. So looks like you also have a channel, video content? Greg today is going to work today, and he is a valet driver, and he's going to start becoming a supervisor. He works for a Chumash casino, so right now he's leaving out and going to work. So I'm going to move a little bit because I need a mirror. So I'm going to go over here. So this is a vitamin C, and this is vitamin C and E, and it's by Mary Kay. You know, I'm going to start doing like a peel from L'Oreal, and I'm going to have Greg use it as well. I'm going to have Greg try it and see how he likes it, because what a better way for somebody who has not been using a whole lot of skincare. He's been out in the sun, out in the wind, so we're going to use him too. He's going to try the peel, the L'Oreal peel, including myself. I got a big mirror here, so if I'm not looking directly in the camera, you'll know why when I'm applying this on. So I'm going to apply this on. So it says nice contrast. Okay. So this right now is a brightener. It helps do those sunspots and age spots. Let's see. Usually I do StreamYard, but I'm going to try the YouTube live today. It's showing different on my iPad than it is on my phone. That's odd. Okay, well, we will see. So I always try to let this sit for a little bit and see how it goes and even out the skin a little bit. And the next thing I'm going to use is my serum. How are you all doing? It says we got 3 on the house. Hello, if you want to say hi to me, please do. This is Dermapeutics. It is a hyaluronic lift. Amino acid to enhance collagen and elastin production morning and night. You can use 2 or 3 drops. And you may hear some doggies out there. That's about the drops that I use, and I use it all over my face. It is really pretty outside, but I always wear a sweater in the morning. I really like having a sweater on. I get cold really easy. My hands are always cold. I worked yesterday. It was real quiet yesterday. We had a lot of stock coming in for men's fragrances starting to roll in. It is really happy. Right now, whatever we have left in fragrances for Mother's Day are the sets that we have left over. But right now, all the men's sets are starting to roll in. So if you want to buy anything for your dads, grandfathers, uncles that are dads, or whoever is your father, right now all the cologne fragrances are coming in sets. If you're new to my channel, I'm Cindy. It's Cindy Lifestyle and More. I work very part-time at Macy's. I work in the cosmetics and fragrance aisle. And that's why when I mention about cosmetics and skincare, I talk about what's happening when I do go to work. You may hear my dogs bark. I have 2 dogs. I have a Shepherd and a miniature Aussie. They are home with me right now. So you may hear them bark a little bit. I'm getting a Q-tip because I still have a little bit of mascara under my eyes from yesterday wearing makeup. I'm thinking to do live. Greg and I are going to do live probably on the weekends now, and then do live during the week. And I'll just do my skincare and makeup. If I got to do my nails and stuff, I'll do that. All right, let's see. And I'm going to try to do my empties. So I thought, well, since I got to do my hair and do my empties, I can go ahead and do this right now. Okay, so let me get, this is Lancome Genifique. It's now called Ultimate. And what it does, it repairs and, let me move this a little bit. Got you guys a little cockeyed. There we go. Now it repairs and prevents, so now they're calling it the Ultimate. That's another serum. And it brightens and softens and prevents the signs of aging. And men and women can use it. And you can use it morning and night. You're probably going to say she used 3 or 4 serums, but I do. I use quite a bit of skincare and makeup. And since I work in it, I try to use it and see how they work. Okay, this, I don't know, did I just do this one? I think I did. This was that. And then I'm gonna go with an eye cream. I don't know if I did this one, but I can always do it again. Hyaluronic eye lift. This is also from Dermapeutics. And that is just used in through here. I probably did use it, but I'll use it again. When I get distracted, sometimes I forget what I just did. But it's just skincare. It's not going to hurt. But you only use it at the bottom. It says not to use on top, and it lifts and firms and tones the eye area. So I started this last week. I do acting a little bit. I started submitting for auditions. I really want to get back into it. I still do my YouTube channel. So I got an audition. I got to start memorizing my sides again. It's been a while. It's been about a year. So I've had some medical issues. So I kind of cut back a little bit. But I really want to get back into it. So I got an audition. That's good. Just to get me back into it, which is good. This is City Lips Line Therapy. I got this from City Beauty, and it helps soften the fine lines around your lips. I call them straw lines. People call them smoker lines, but it really helps condition your lips. It helps control the lips from feathering, from the lipsticks from feathering, lip glosses. I have noticed a difference with this. Now, I've been using it since, I believe it's March or April when I did my last, I did a review on this. So if you look, I have a lot of fine little lines that goes across my lips, down my lips. And I notice a lot of times I do use a lip liner, okay, to help control the lipstick from not feathering. But I did notice that it was still creeping up. This has helped. It's not an inexpensive item, but if you massage it in, I've noticed that when I do my YouTube videos, I notice on my photos, it's not creeping up. So I've been very happy with this. So I'm going to apply this on. It's morning and night. And I'm also using the lip oil that I also got. So I have to admit, it does work. The lines are still there. I feel that the lines that are near my lips are softer and smoother. And the lipstick doesn't start to creep up, so it doesn't go up in here. That's good. So I've been really, so this is, I use at night, and this I use twice a day. But I think it's like $49. It wasn't cheap. I have a review on it. So if you're looking back in my playlist or back in my videos, I do talk about it. So I'm going to apply that on. And when I do apply my makeup every day, my skincare every day, I do this every day. So this is something I do all the time that you're watching me do. I have days that I use more if I'm going to be using makeup, and I have days I use a little bit of less. So I know I do this every day. My skincare is every day, twice a day. But on my makeup wise, I do a little bit more the days that I'm not, it depends what I'm using or what I'm doing for that day. More for photos and things that, or if I'm at work, I'll use more makeup. And if I'm not doing too much, my makeup would be less. Okay, so this is from Estee Lauder. It's called Resilience Multi-Effect, and it's got tripeptide, and it's an eye cream that you use morning and night. I love this. I feel like it helps my dark circles because I do have a lot of dark circles around my eyes. I've always had dark circles. It's never changed. So I do use a lot of concealers, brighteners, and eye creams around my eye area because of the dark circles. I've been using eye cream since in my 20s. I started using eye creams when I started having crow feet. Eye cream became very popular in the 80s. Now, eye creams not only softens the eye area of the crow feet, now they do more than that. They help control the darkness around the eye. They help control the puffiness. So the technology of skincare has grown so much that it's helped different various things around our eye area. You know, so we've got fine lines, puffiness, dark circles. It's made a big difference in the skincare world. The next thing I'm going to use, well, this is setting. My sister got this for me. She works at Target, and it's called Olay. It's got niacinamide hydrating cream, but it does not have an SPF. But it's a great moisturizer. I use it on my face. Back in the day, a lot of moisturizers didn't have an SPF. So I still have to use an SPF above this, but it does firms, it tones, it moisturizes. It's not I don't know exactly how much it is, but it's a great product. I'm very impressed with it. It's not greasy, it's not oily. So normally what I do, I use this during the day, and then I may use another moisturizer at night. I got a few moisturizers. So I'm going to put that on. I don't break out with it. When I was young, I used to break out all the time. I don't break out no more. I may get occasional little blemish, but not that much anymore. You may see my dog in and out. I may have to get her some more water. I have a shepherd. This is Asha. Her water bowl's in here in the bathroom. She doesn't like eating in the garage. She doesn't like drinking her water downstairs. She likes drinking it upstairs. So our dogs are a little family of our life. If you have dogs, let me know, or cats. You can hear her. Okay, so let's see. Now, I'm out of my SPF, so right now I'm using my Clinique Smart. This is a broad spectrum of 15. I'm going to use that above this. I'm going to let this sit for a little bit. And while that's happening, I'm going to warm up my curling iron a little bit. This is the Clinique. Now, I love gift with purchase. If I need something, I love gifts because you always get something for free, and it gives you an idea to try it. So I'm going to say this all the time. I say it in my videos, and this is something that I got in my gift. Look at the size of this. This is actually a great size that I got. Isn't that great? So I have most of my reviews on my gift with purchase or in my videos. And I always do this, and I always go like this. I always take it, work it on my neck. So I'm gonna let that sit. Normally I like to use a 30 or even up to a 50 sun protection. And I will, because I'm going to use my Moisture Surge SPF. And I'm going to find it right now. I try to bring my makeup here. Let's see, my dog's going to watch me apply my makeup. After I just said I was gonna use it, right? Huh. Okay, where are you at? Oh, it's at the bottom. Let me get this out of here. This is what I'm going to use, the Moisture Surge Clinique, and it's an SPF of 30. I like this because it's a tinted foundation. I'm sure you all remember when the CNC came out, you know, tinted foundation, BB creams. This is what it is. Now this one is light to medium. I think they have 3 or 4 different type of color. You know, so this one's a light to medium. It works great. A lot of people, a lot of women that come in, that play golf or they're doing tennis, running, they're outside. They don't want a big coverage on their face, but they just want an even coverage, just camouflage their skin. If they have age spots and sunspots, they like to use this. This does very well. It does work. So I'm gonna put that on my face. Oh, here comes the trash truck. This is what it looks like. This is my SPF. Now, what I also like about this, you can use this under your foundation, or you can use this by itself. Some people use it to even out their skin color under their foundation. You can use it as a serum, like other than a serum. I've done that too, and I'm going to use this today. So I won't even use a serum on my face. I'm just going to use this. Because why? I'm at home and I do not need a lot of makeup today. I do appreciate you, who's ever here. I see 4 in the house today. But see, that gives you an idea what it does. It's for all skin types. It's not greasy. It's not oily. I always get this when Clinique has a gift with purchase, because I always get something else to go with it. So I'm just going to take it right here. I am going to do something else before I get started because I just forgot. Now, I wear contact lens. I have days when I wear readers. All right, so I'm going to get, this is an eyeshadow base. And this is by Anastasia, but any eyeshadow base will do. So what I do is this, and I'm watching myself here in case somebody says something and making sure I'm kind of like in the middle. Eyeshadow base, eyeshadow primer helps your eyeshadow from creasing. It makes your eyeshadow color more apparent, and it helps control fading, and it makes it last longer. So a long time ago, I did a background roll, and the makeup artist put an eyeshadow primer right here where, and my little circles right here where I have my glass marks. And I also saw it on YouTube, and I was like, I was impressed. I was like, oh my God. Hello, Rochelle. Makeup tutorials with glamour as no age is here on the house. How are you doing? Welcome. Yeah, leave comments. I'm so happy to hear from you. Today I'm doing some makeup, some skincare, you know, for the day. And I thought, since I got to put it on, I might as well go ahead and put some makeup on. So if leave any comments, So anyways, as an eye primer, as you know as well, this helps your eye makeup last longer. Well, when I did the background roll, the makeup artist also applied this. She goes, you know, you were readers, right? And I said, yeah. She goes, well, let me put some eyeshadow base on there too. And I learned something. I was like, and ever since then, I've been doing it. I love it. And I usually talk about it, but I watched her steps. Well, one day I was watching a video and somebody had it on their YouTube channel. And I'm like, oh my God, this is exactly. I love watching makeup artists do things on my face because I like to learn, always learn a little bit more. So how are you doing? So this is Anastasia, but any eyeshadow primer will do. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying, what I was thinking of doing the days that, when I got to put some makeup on to go somewhere and I have the time, I'll just do makeup and skincare and do it on live and share it with everybody. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's fun, you know, and it gives me a chance to share things. Now I'm gonna put this on. So normally I'll put this on before my foundation and before the concealer in here. My little, I call them my little glass marks. But look how much I get out of this. Anastasia concealers are great. They're a little pricey. The only thing I have to admit, you have to shake it up. They're a little watery, but any eyeshadow will do. But see how much I got there? And I'll be honest, it will last all day. If I cut back on my regular glasses during the day when I'm off, my dents are not as bad. Yeah, you should try lives. Well, normally right now, I have StreamYard. And I can also, I can write, with the guests with StreamYard, I can do like 2 or 3 guests. And I'm thinking of maybe adding to it eventually and bringing people on. That's what I want to start doing. But I'm trying to get myself used to doing lives. I've done a few lives and kind of go, oh no, I put my finger in front of the camera because I have my iPad. So I decided to do the lives with my phone and keep the iPad here. That works so much better. And then what I did do, I took my iPad or my phone and take it with me, and I'm not doing that anymore. Everything is in here, and I'll just do it in here. It makes it so much easier. You learn the ins and outs of it. So I'm gonna let that sit, and while I'm doing that, I can apply the rest of this. So I love this. So I put it on my eyelids, and you can tell it's just there's no color to it, just a real neutral color. Okay, so I'm gonna apply more of this. But I do have my iPad to read the comments. Okay, so let me and I'm using my fingers. Some days I use my sponge, but if I'm in the bathroom and this is in the bathroom, I'm not gonna worry about using a sponge. Yeah, I really like the StreamYard. I do, because you can have, I think up to, I think I'm right, my husband knows. I think you can have up to, I think if you pay, I think you can have up to 12 people. If you don't pay, you can have up to 6, something like that. It's really nice. I like it a lot, but I usually use it when we're together. When my husband and I, we do the live on the weekends. And then like right now, I just popped it on. So right now I'm just using the YouTube stream. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. So I'm gonna get this. Let's see, where is my, I got this. All right, I'm gonna use the Brow Stylist Definer, and it is brunette, and it is by, let's see, I think it's by L'Oreal. Yeah, it is by L'Oreal. It's got the little spoolie, one side. And then my hands are, let me get this. I got a towel right here to open it up. And then it's got the little brow pencil there. Now the only thing with this one, I don't know if you tried this before. If anybody has, let me know. You gotta watch it because it breaks really easy, and it does not have the angle, but it works really nice. It's a brunette, but it does have a tendency to kind of break really easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and brush up my eyebrows. I just had my eyebrows done a couple of days ago from the Benefit Brow Bar. And my Benefit Brow girl always leaves me a little brow right there, so she knows where to start and where not to pluck. She says, Cindy, go by where I leave you one brow. So you fill it in, and then that's where I start. That's nice. I know you always go like this. That I do know. But I do like this brow pencil. It's really nice. It goes on really smooth. Let me get my mirror because I can't see. But it works. Oh, I dropped something. Dogs are really barking today outside. Then I always brush up and then kind of bring down the little tail. All right, here we go again. On the other side, and she leaves one right there. I usually get my eyebrows done once a month. I used to get them done every 2 weeks. It's a little pricey. It's like $29, so I've cut it down to once a month. Yeah, I used to, okay, so I used to pluck all the time. And then I noticed I was plucking too much. I was like, okay, wait a minute. It's getting a little haywire here. It's getting a little out of control. Because I went to beauty school for like about 7 months, you know, and I loved doing pedicures, manicures when I went to beauty school, facials and eyebrows. But sometimes I start plucking and I pluck a little much. And then I noticed when I got older, they don't grow as much as anymore, but I do use a brow serum, but yeah. Yeah, a lot of people do pluck them now. They got a little expensive. And the only reason why that I like the Benefit Brow, because I feel like they really spend the time. And then a lot of times if I go into the manicurist ones, they just go, and then I feel like I come back and I'm like, But yeah, if you can pluck them up, if you can pluck them in your eyebrows on your own, that's good. I do trim Greg's eyebrows because Greg's eyebrows, they get a little haywire. They get like up here and then they grow down. And when he's driving, it is amazing that when you're driving, and I don't know if anybody knows this, but when you're driving and that sun glares, you can see things that you do not see at home. And then when Greg's driving, his side view, right? I can see all his eyebrows. I'm like, I gotta keep my shears with me. Keep a tweezer. It is amazing what you can see in the sunlight. So how have you been? What have you been up to? Makeup tutorials with Glamour Has No Age. She does a lot of makeup. If you're on my channel right now, she does a lot of makeup tutorials and everything. She does really good. Yeah. It's like Greg is driving and I'm looking. So one time he was driving and I saw this hair sticking out in the middle of his forehead. And I'm like, what is that? I mean, it was like this long. I'm like, Greg, you've got a hair like in the middle growing out. So every time I said, when I get home, he would take it out, but then I wouldn't notice it at home and he'd be driving along. I'm like, it's growing out again. So he's got one of those. And then he's got like one here that grows out straight out. I don't know why, but it comes like straight out. You can see it. So now I always have a tweezer in my hand, in my purse. There's always a tweezer for myself or for him. But the moment I see it, I'm like, God, I'm trying to, I don't have my scissors. This is Mary Kay. This is volumizing brow tint. It's in brunette. I love brow gels. I just feel like it adds a little volume to them. It sets it. I don't care. I haven't tried another line yet. I'm going to try some different lines, but I do like theirs. I just do. You know, when certain things work for me, I'm a creature of habit. I stick with it. You're just working. I got my little towel here, and I'm just going to, now the other thing I like about brow tints or brow gels, and you can get them in any line, is that sometimes when I'm working at the counter, some women come in with a lot of gray and they can't see their eyebrows anymore. So I'll get a brow gel and whatever's there, I'll just take it really close. They'll have the mirror in their hand. You can hear my dog. And then I'm applying their brow, combing their brows with the brow gel. And they're like, oh my God. And just that alone makes them feel so much better because now they've got some eyebrows. So I do love brow gels. Anastasia carries them, and Benefit Brow Bar, and I think Estee Lauder does too. See, just like that. And they get so happy that their eyebrows are noticeable again. And it makes me feel good. And some of them can't use the pencil anymore. And what is so cool that I'll do one eyebrow and then they'll do the other. And they'll come back with their little bags in their hand and they'll sit down and they'll do their makeup. I try to help them out. You like them too? I do too. They're great. And I let them sit for a little while. And then sometimes I'll go back after I'm done with my makeup and then I'll use a clear gel. I have two of them. I have Anastasia and I have NYX. And this one, I'm sure you probably heard of this one, the brow glue. This one works really good. And it's not that expensive. So let me put this here in my water. My daughter got this for me, Greg and my daughter. I used to have a German Shepherd named Hallie. And when she was alive, this looked exactly like her. Oh, I love it. I think it was from Hallmark or they got it at Target. It always reminds me of my dog. Okay, so now that I got that done, let me get a little bit here. Just comb it and let it sit. Let me just let it sit. Okay, now I'm ready for my concealers. Where's my concealer? It's really weird to bring all my makeup because usually where I do my makeup, it's all sitting there, and now I gotta find everything here. Well, I'm gonna get my little, I think this is the Technique little mini sponges. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. You love dogs? We got two of them. Yeah, we love them too. Do you have dogs? Okay, so I'm gonna use an under eye corrector, and I like them. It is a Mary Kay. I do, it's a Mary Kay. I've been trying to find a corrector over the counter, but they're all so peachy, like too peachy or too orangey. And I like this because it's not real, it's like more of a salmon color. That's why I like this one. So I use this right in through here, just for my dark circles. I'm just gonna apply this on like this. Oh, he's 25 pounds. His name is Skip. Is it a is he a certain breed? And I use my little sponge. Matter of fact, I need to wet it. That's what I need to do. I need to wet my sponges. I don't like them dry. And then I just squeeze them. I wet them a little bit and squeeze them. Oh, he's a rat. A little rat terrier. How cute. Is he white? He's got a little white with like little whiskers. Okay. Now they're a little moist, so it feels better. Oh, someone did a like. Thank you. See, I just camouflaged the little dark circles there. But you can see I get the little puffiness. I have that problem. Okay, let me get my brightener. I love my Maybelline brightener. He's white and black spots. How sweet. Oh, it's so cute. Skip. There was a movie. It was, oh God, there was a movie named Skippy or Skip. Like maybe 10, 15 years ago. I love my Maybelline eraser, multi-use concealer, 160 is more of the pink color. I love this. You know, if you watch my videos, you know I like a light under eye. I really do. And then I love my beauty blender. I need to wash it, but I love my beauty blender. It's a little pricey. They're like $30, $29. I'm only gonna get them when they're on sale, and I'm sure you used them too. But I love it. They're like so much flexible. Now I have my inexpensive one. They're not as flexible as these because these are a little bit more firmer, but these work. I mean, I have to admit, it's just these are a little bit more different. This one absorbs water, I feel, but not the makeup, and these kind of absorb both. But it's okay. They work if you don't want to spend a lot of money. But I am very impressed with this. You got it from an animal shelter. You adopted him. Oh, how cute. There was a dog, Greg wanted a Basset a long time ago. And then I wanted a German Shepherd. Then I wanted a Sheltie. And then we got a Siberian. I've always wanted a lap dog, or a little dog that can sit on your lap. Our Aussie, Dakota, is supposed to be one of those, but she really isn't because she's pretty big for her size. She was supposed to be like a miniature. She's not a miniature. And I also put that in my little eye area. Right here, the brightener. Now I'm ready for my concealer. And this is Fit by Maybelline. And again, it's 00 and it's fair. Ivory. And again, I love the ivory. I just like the lighter colors. I like it like really light under my eyes. So I'm going to take that in through here. This is not a bad concealer. I'm pretty impressed with it. And down on my little lines here, just soften them up. I feel like I got a little crown there. There goes my babies again. But they're dogs, so if they bark, you'll know why. And then I kind of go like this with my nose, kind of blend it in. Asha. Asha's our shepherd. And the little one here, that's Dakota. That's supposed to be our miniature Aussie. Okay. All right, now I do like using Laura Mercier, and I believe this is a brightening powder for under the eyes, but I think she also has one in a press. We carry at Macy's the loose, so I order it through Macy's because we don't have it where I work at, but I love it. Hi Missy, cooking on a budget. How are you doing? Welcome. How are things? That kind of gives you a little bit of the powder, but I just put it on top. Today I'm just applying some makeup and talking and some skincare. I have makeup tutorials with Glamour has no age. She's on here too. Say hello to her. And I have Uncle 7000K. Let's see. The dog is from Georgia, not you. Georgia Peach. Georgia Peach. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses. Let me get my glasses here. I'm reading. Oh, you've been watching for a while, Missy? I got this brush from Sephora, the concealer brush. I've been really happy with this Because it doesn't, I feel like the concealer, the loose powder concealer, the brightener, it doesn't, it stays on the brush pretty good. So I pat it under my eye. I really love it. And I do not get no crease, does not crease in my crease area, does not crease in my fine lines. I've been very pleased with it, and it's really soft. Oh, good. I'm happy you're listening. Thank you. If you have a comment, just say hello, Missy. But oh, I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I love this. I do like 3 times. Greg's birthday's this weekend. I told him that find out with our daughter, because she works in Macy's and cosmetics too. And her boyfriend does DoorDash, I believe, to find out what Greg wants to do for his birthday, to go out to dinner. Greg is going to be, I'm going to be 65 in August. He's going to be 68. Then I just put the rest of it in through here. And again, this is not real inexpensive, but it works. I love this. I feel like my mascara stays on. It doesn't smudge. My concealer lasts longer. I'm really happy with it. Even my little section here, my little beauty marks, I call them my beauty marks, but my glass marks, they stay on better. I'm very pleased with it. Now, I did forget 2 things. I forgot one thing. I'll be right back. I need to go get my setting powder. Okay, so this is Laura Mercier too. I love their powder. You know, where I work at, we only sell her powders, the loose powder. Now I know why we're always sold out. It is so smooth, soft, flawless. It's wonderful. I also use Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder too, but I'm not going to use that today because I'm home today. I'm going to try, I've been drinking more water. All right, this is MAC Fix It Soft, Stay Over, alcohol-free, long-lasting setting spray. And I'm gonna use this on my little sponge. I'm gonna spray my sponge. And then I'm gonna get this loose powder from Laura Mercier, okay? And I'm just going to pop that right there. I just feel like it makes any foundation last longer, and it makes the foundation not separating, and I feel like it makes it sit. Okay, I think my dogs are gonna take a nap now. I can tell. There we go. This is an excellent powder. I am so happy I got this. It is translucent, and I think she also got a darker color too. But I love this. We sell a ton of this powder. Let's see. Is it at Ulta? Because here it is. Here's my Charlotte Tilbury. I love this. I just love this powder. Maybe I should use it. I love this. I try not to use too much of it because it's not inexpensive. Oh, on the website. I got to check her website because I want to get her, what is it? It's a brush. It's like for eyeliner or something like that. I want to get one of those. Okay, so I'm going to use the flat sponge and I apply it like that, and then I really get in here. I got this one from Sephora when the Sephora had their sale. They say like just to use it through here, but I use it everywhere. I don't go by the rules. Yeah, I see. Since I'm really into it now, I'm gonna keep watch out for all those things. I am very happy with her. I mean, so far, I've got this, and I got her. What else do I got in Charlotte Tilbury? Oh, her Flawless Finish highlight filter. I got that one. I'm so happy. I love it. I just love her makeup. So far, like I said, it's been really good. So I use that and I kind of press. I just feel like it just smooths out the fine lines and smooths out the pores. Yeah, so it sounds like you like her too. Yeah, I love her. I've really been happy with her. And you know me, I use all kinds of makeup, but I love her, what do you call it, like selective items. I do like that. Okay, but then what I am going to do, and this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Medium 2. That's that. But I am going to take my Laura Mercier and I'm going to smooth out my eye area. I like using this for this. I'm a powder person. I had a friend, she worked in I'm sure she's probably retired now, but when we worked together at the counter years ago, she had very dry skin. And this is before, you know, Flawless and pore minimizing. It was just regular powders. She used powder for everything. And she had the driest skin you can think of. And she loved her powders. Her makeup will last all day. It was great. And now I use it. And so now I understand why she liked it so much. Let's see. Now I am going to get, where is it at? I just saw you. Here it is. This is, but I am going to check out Charlotte Tilbury's Christmas deals. This is Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner. It is clear, and it's by Maybelline. And I started doing this, so as you can tell it's clear. I started, and I don't know where I saw it at. I don't know if it was City Beauty. So what I'm doing is this. I can't see close up, so I'm going to use my mirror. Where I have a little bit of the fine lines, I take this clear, and I take it along right here. And that's helped from feathering too. You know, when I was younger, I didn't do that much. I just used a lip liner and a lipstick and it worked. But now I gotta work a little bit at it. So I feel like this also has helped the lipstick from not feathering. And I think I got it from City Beauty, the tip. And I see, like I got like a little long line here. Kind of go like that. Because I drink everything out of a Coke can. I drink out of a straw. I got my cups from Starbucks. So all that is going to cause some fine lines. And then I kind of go down like that across to stop it. And I've been doing that. And these are great if you don't want to use a color lip liner. You just want to clear. They're great. You need some, I'm going to get my dog some water. Hi, baby. Okay. Let me go here. There you go. There you go, sweetie. Yeah, I also started using my scrubs, the dry brush. I'm getting ready for summer. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you ever used this before, Jergens Natural Glow. It creates a flawless, natural looking color firming plus daily moisturizer, fair to medium. I'm starting to do this now on my legs and things to add a little bit of color because I do not lay out in the sun since I had a few issues with a carcinoma on this, let me get rid of some of this, on the side of my knees. So I've been not out in the sun no more. It's a little dark right there. Okay. You have Urban Decay, something like that. Is it on the, let's see, what was I talking about just a second ago, that on the Urban Decay that you have? Is it the eyeshadow base? What do you have from Urban Decay? When I went, took the dog, got the dog some water, I kind of forgot what I was doing. Oh, for the lip liner. It's in a, it's something like this, right? It's white. Yes. Do you use it before your lipsticks? Or use it for a lip liner too? Well, thank you for 3 likes. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see what Cindy's doing. Okay, let me get to a little bit of my eye makeup. So I like to use a clear, like just a solid plain color on my eyelids. I love it because I feel like it just sets my, well, I feel like my eye primer sets my eyes for the eyeshadows to last longer, to look better, to help control creasing, and I feel the colors are more apparent. That I use this before eye makeup. And then you can also use this with a, you know, like an eye pencil, or use wet a brush and get an eyeshadow and apply it on as a liner. Yeah, okay, yeah, it is. Do you like it? Does it really works? Does it help control the feathering and makes your lipstick last longer? Okay, so let me get a brush here. Hopefully I remember to bring that one. You know, it's amazing when you bring things and you're like, oh God, I forgot that. But my bedroom's right there. It's not too far. Okay, let's see. Where is, well, I can always use this one. Huh. What's that? Let me see. I don't want to get out of frame, but okay, there's that and that. Where did I put it? Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use this. This is by Lancome. We don't sell it, but this is a blusher, and then you can use this for anything, an eyeshadow or a concealer. So you don't have any fat? Yeah, I never did either. I always just put on my lip liner on, and then as older as I got, here they were. I thought I brought my Wet n Wild brush, but I guess I didn't. Okay, oh, there they are. Looking right at it. Wet n Wild brush, blending brush. There we go. I've been saying they were inexpensive and they work. So I'm just gonna apply that on. I hear the little Bassett next door. But a lot of times I get people that come in and they'll say, well, I don't want to use a lot of eyeshadow. I say, well, just use a neutral color. You know, it's up to them if they want a semi-shimmer or no shimmer at all, a matte. And then I tell them to just put a little eye pencil and some mascara and you're good to go. And my daughter did the Flex. We do training on our computers, but they also have training for the girls that are there all the time. So she went to training. She went for like 5 or 6 hours for training yesterday. She got some stuff. So I was like, okay, I want to get a couple for myself. She just did some makeup training yesterday. I have to admit, they do keep us and trained in makeup and skincare. All right, so I did that. I got myself, let's see, we carry Kasia, and this is a sparkling eye pigment. So if you look at my videos, a lot of times I'll use like a little shimmer in through here. Well, I got this, and this was on sale maybe about a couple of months ago. It's in a cream form. And it's like a silver color. So let me get this. So I tried it one day and I liked it. Let me shake it up a little bit. That's the only thing with these things. But let me shake it up. Yeah, when your lip starts feathering, it's like, oh, that's what I did notice when I started having my first age. I mean, like right around my lips. But I'm figuring out ways how to control it. This is what it looks like. It's really soft. So what I've been doing, since I want a soft, natural look, but I just want a little bit of color, I'm just taking this, and you can use it with your finger. Some people use it with their, and a dab goes a long way. So let me get that. Let's see. Just on my lid. And a lot of times I'll do this and then I'll put like a shimmer eyeshadow above it. But I'm just going to use this by itself, and I just pat it on. And I feel like I just have like a shadow color on my eye, just a little bit. I like it. Especially on my days off and I just want a little bit of color to go to the store, or, you know, I do things around the house, or in case Greg and I just go out for a little dinner or go get something. I feel like I have something on my eyelids. So I've been showing this at work. When people come in, I tell them this, and they'll say, oh my God. And I go, if you can't see, I love talking to people that they don't wear a lot of makeup, but they want a little bit of makeup. These are the things I show them, and I always, they always buy it. So I just pat it on, and it doesn't really crease. Yes, you can, and you can use a bronzer, yes. That's right. Yes, you can. I got one of those right there. Yes, you can, yeah. I remember I worked for a company. They're no longer in business, but they had 3 main items. It was a brow gel, a contour, and a bronzer. And we used to walk up to people and tell them, I got something for you. And we would show the brow gel. And we would do their contour. He was a makeup artist, so he would go up here, 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 and here. And then we'd do the bronzer. Oh my God, we sold so many of those 3 items. Hi, Grace, how are you doing? That's okay. That's okay, that is fine. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. I'm sorry. Let me get something here. That is a moderator. So makeup tutorials with glamour has no age. I made you as a moderator. I just realized that I didn't have you as a moderator. I just watched your, Grace, this morning. I watched like about 40 minutes of your video about Malaysia and all that. Very good. Grace does a lot of countries. She's like a travel agency, and she shows everything that you need, you know, what you need to have for travel, talks about all kinds of travel things that you need to take and what needs to be done. She's awesome. All the things that I need to get my passport. That's something I need to start doing. I noticed I was looking on my casting calls, and my agency's I saw that she's got some auditions for me to do. I was like, oh my God, they're out of the country, and some are even out of the state. I need to start getting my passport done. I need to do that. Okay, so did you see how it's just like light? That's it. And I'm going to put this side. I love Lumify, the eye drops, because I think you've seen my videos. I break out with a little bit of a blood vessel. So I'm going to put this because it makes my eyes white. And then it adds a little moisture to my contacts. There. I forgot to do that. So leave that there. But it says right there, Gracie travels and visa requirements. She's great. And then Missy Cooking on the Budget does cooking. Does some great cooking. Oh, I wish I would cook. I'm like, okay, I used to cook when I was young, and then I got lazy. Because I was always on the go when I was in sales, so I never had time to cook. It was always like rushing or like crock pot and stuff like that. Okay, so let's see. So I love this. They have different colors. So Acacia, I got it at Macy's. All right, let's see where else I'm gonna do right now. Finish my eyes. Okay, so this is Clinique, and this is Nude Rose, and this is like a matte shadow color. I like this. I always use this color on my days off. And I'm gonna take my, okay, where are you? I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild brush and just apply it on right here in the little contour area. I'm gonna try to do my empties today. I got like, oh my God, Greg and I are supposed to do our household empties the end of this week. So we need to do that. So I just like using this right here in my crease area. I have a little transition right there. Just apply this on and just kind of blend it. I'm just using a little bit of makeup, just patting it on. It is so pretty outside. Greg went to work. He's going to start being a supervisor. So he's not going to be a valet. So they called him up, and I guess they're getting all his paperwork done. Let's see if I don't want too much today. Just enough to have a little bit of color. And then I can take this L'Oreal and then just blend it to by my eyebrow. And I just take that right in through here, the pink Nude Rose. That's like my transition. Usually I got my makeup mirror right here so I can see everything. Yeah, that's fine. All right, now I'm gonna go with this halo. I do have another one that I use, but I use this. This is by Wet n Wild. It's a little blush highlighter, but I use it in my eyebrows too. It's right in here. It's getting a little wobbly. It's getting old. Thought I brought my smaller brush. Here it is. I love this. I just got this from Sephora, the Pro Sephora AT. I call them pencil brushes. So you target in the areas that you need it. I'm just gonna take a little bit of highlight, just a little bit, and then just apply it on top of here. Just go back and forth. Now, let's see what I got here. I am going to go with Tarte. It's called Awake. And it is like a brightener for your eye area. Thank you for the hearts, Grace. And this, if I feel like days when I look tired, or and I want my whites to be white, and some people that don't want the dark on their waterline, this is really good. It just brightens it up. And it's, you know, it just opens it up a little bit more. I really like this. It's just like a peach color. Like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's see, what is, there's that, there's my moist. So this is a small size. It's called Precision Formula. This is a matte butter bronzer. I like it because it's not red. It's more, let me open this up. It's more this color like this, like really a neutral beige. And just like Glamour has no age, she mentioned about this, she's right. You can use it as, and I'll do it right now. You can do it at the crease if you wanted to. Just take a little bit, you can go like that and darken it up a little bit. Or you can use it as a bronzer, like that. You can use it as a contour, and we're going to use it as a contour. So, I'm just going to use an angle brush. This is by Technique. It is Real Technique 401. It's got that angle. This is just a little, my sister got this for me to try, and I'm really liking this. I'm going to buy the regular size of this in the Precision Formula. I used to use Precision Formula makeup when I was really young. So I'm just going to go right in here. Take a little bit more. Use it as a contour right in there. And then some people use it as a cheek blush, you know, if they're in a hurry. It's dark. It's got some color to it. It smells good. It smells like you've been, I don't know, it has a buttery smell to it. A lot of people have asked me, well, how do I contour? Where do I find it? If you feel your cheek right here, that's where you apply it, at the bottom right there, right in that little section. I always say take it to by your hairline and then just go across. It's easy to find. And then along the jawline to give more of a sculpture look, more defined, right here by the ear. Now, since I'm live, I can say more about this. So I have like a little birthmark right here. And I have a little birthmark right here. So I try, when I do my contour, I really don't want to emphasize those marks. So I kind of go lightly when I do my contour. So I just take the end of this and then just kind of go like that. I mean, they're going to be noticeable. But those are my freckles when I was young. I used to have freckles all around my nose when I was a little girl. Freckles all the way there. And they're still there. They just got a little bit larger. And then I go like this to more define it. I just don't go all the way up to my eyebrows. And then what I did get, and I have it here, where is it at? I have it here, let me find it. I got the BS Small, I'm sure probably you have heard of them. It's got the angle. So I like using this right in through here. I just feel like it just sculpts it a little bit better. But usually a lot of times I'll do a stick liner and then do this type of powder afterwards. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get my Lash Paradise Primer. It's by L'Oreal. They also carry a voluminous one. And it's clear like that. I'm just gonna put the primer, lash primer on. I'm not gonna use any pencil today. Light pencil. I go from the base all the way up like that. And on top, but I'm gonna let it dry in between. I just feel like lash primer makes your mascara last longer, adds volume, thickness. But this is a really good drugstore brand. And they also have another one. And then I also use Lancome, but they're a little bit more pricier. So this is kind of like their sister. I call it their sister line. Let that dry. And then I use my I use Grande serum every night for my lashes. I love my lash serum. I feel like it really works. I feel like my lashes grow better. They don't shed as much. And I know that if I don't do it for good 3 weeks, they start to shed and they reverse right back the way they are. You know, so I really keep using a primer every night before I go to bed. All right, let me get my big powder brush. Let that dry. All right, I'm gonna get my Clinique. This is their chubby stick and it's a highlighter. It's got like a little shimmer to it. I love this. And I use it right in here. And I go like that. You got a lash serum? From Swede. I just feel like if you use a lash serum and you use it every night, I think it really makes a difference. I mean, now I've heard different things. I've heard some people say that when they use a lash serum for a while, it stops working. I've used Babe lash serum and I've also used the Grande lash serum. And they both worked great. I had a lash serum and I think it was number 7 and I felt like it didn't do anything. And because they have said if you can use any of them, they would work. It didn't work on me. So you have they also have a contour in this, and I was thinking of getting it, but I was looking at, I know they didn't have a tester because I was looking at it the other day. I've been wanting one, but I like, because I go like this and I feel like it gives me a little lift. Let me just rub this. But these sell. The contour sells, the chubby sticks highlighter, and they also have blushes in it, and they sell. People like them. They're easy for traveling. And they're great for like this one. I can go like that as a highlighter. I'm gonna do it around my eyebrows. And just go like that. If you want something quick and easy, they're great. Like that. On my lips and chin. And I forgot one thing I got to do it right now. I got to do my contour on my neck. Yeah, I love these. I've really been happy using this. Yeah, they're great for traveling. Very, very good. I love them. Okay. Now, I forgot to, let's see, where are you at? I forgot to use this as the little buttery bronzer that I use as a contour too on my days off. Forgot to put it on my neck. right in the middle. I feel like it just gives a little more defined look in there. There we go. Now, let's see, where is, here it is. I got this at Ulta, and I think it's called, God, I can't even read it. I think it's called Rosy Cheeks. It's a cream. You can use them on your lips and on your cheeks. I love this. It's great when you're in a hurry. The only thing that I notice with this, that when I use it on my lips, it's a little drying, but I do like it on my cheeks. It works. And I like them for travel. That's another one I like for traveling. All right, where is my blush brush? And some use it for, they can use a sponge with it. I kind of go in circles. I always work up. I'll be honest, when I do makeup at work, I'm the blush queen. Eyebrows, concealer, contour, lash primer, and blushers. I think everybody has something that they can do more often. I love blushes. Yes, definitely so. And then I'm going to use my Laura Mercier, and I'm going to blend all this. And then I didn't know. Yeah. You have several products like that. I didn't know that the Laura Mercier sell these by themselves, and I think they're sold at Ulta or Sephora, and I'm sure Laura Mercier. But now that I know that, I love these because I never used to use them. And then I pat everything and around my nose. I just feel like it blends everything together. There's no lines. And a lot of people say, well, I get like people ask me, do you feel like it's going to go in your lines? No, I don't feel that way. I feel like it sets it, and I feel like your makeup lasts all day, and it just blends everything. It gives more smooth out your pores, and it just blends everything. And I go down my neck. And then I'm gonna, I produce my own moisture of oil throughout the day. It gets warm. And I feel like the makeup lasts longer. It doesn't separate. And then I apply that. I know, I'm so excited for summer. But I'm trying to have things that I need so my makeup will last longer. All right, let me get this. Okay, now I'm ready for mascara. Okay, what did I bring for mascara? All right, so I'm gonna use this. Usually I use a different bottom lash mascara, but I'm out of it. So I'm gonna use the Lash Paradise. They say this is really close to Better Than Sex. And they also said it's really close to the big mascara that Lancome sells. I like it. I've been really happy with it. I've started using the Hourglass one too, but I'm out of it. But it's a little expensive. And then this is not bad for another drugstore brand mascara. So I'm gonna do my bottom lashes first. That's the brush. I just feel like it's fuller, volume, thickness, separates. It's a good mascara. And I also think too, is summertime, like if you're really, like some people like live in Palm Springs, Vegas, or in a real humidity climate, you want more staying power in makeup. Here in Central Coast where I live, it gets hot, but it never gets that hot. I mean, the only time it gets the warmest if I go up north going towards San Francisco, Paso Robles. That's where the hot sun's at. But where I live, my makeup stays on pretty good. But when I'm going to Vegas and in a climate where it's humidity and humidity goes up and you perspire, I agree. Yes, the tint is tints is really good. And I do use a waterproof mascara if I know I'm in that area. I just have to use a waterproof eye makeup remover. And I always go like this. I don't go in and out. I try not to. I catch myself sometimes, but because I feel like if you go in and out, it dries out your mascara. Now, I admit this kind of dries out faster. I admit that. For me, I feel like it dries out a little faster. It's not expensive because I always try to get buy one, get one half off, or, you know, when L'Oreal has their specials at any drugstore, I do get them in Ulta. But this one does dry a little faster, I have to admit. Now, I don't have a close mirror, so I'm going to do the best that I can. I'll use this, but I like resting my arms on something. But I'll use it like this. I always go through the base and kind of wiggle a little bit. But I have to admit, my eyelashes fan out really nice with this because I like the way the bristles are. They're really close together if you look at them. So I just feel like it grabs your lashes. It's a nice mascara. It really is. And I do like I guess a glumpy lash. But I get a lot of people at work will say, "Oh, did you get lash extensions?" And I'm like, "No." If I do the whole thing, if I do the lash primer, But if I don't, then they look pretty natural. But they do build. This mascara does build. I think it works great with the lash primer. You can hear my dogs right up and down the stairs. Get up and then up. Oh, it's my daughter. We have a split level house, so she's like downstairs, like it's her apartment. And then we're upstairs, so they have their privacy. And it's starting to dry up now, I've noticed that. So I got another one. I got a new one. But I am trying different mascaras, different prices. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Let's see. Now I got to see if I have anything that I need to clean up before I go any further. But this is just a real natural look, soft. Perfect. And I do not know if I brought, what's this? Oh, I'm going to put this on. This is Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum Plump. I'm almost out of this. I just got one in my empties. This is a little trial size. I'm going to leave that on while I do a little curl on my hair. I just feel like it plumps them up. Gives a little volume. I'll let that, this has like a little pink color to it. Then they have the clear one, which is extreme. These still sell. They still sell. People still buy them. I had a really cool story. I used to work for Cover FX. I was their makeup artist for a couple of years. And Alta was one of my accounts. And this is how I got introduced, because I wasn't working at Macy's at the time, because I started working Macy's as a seasonal and then became their regular. But I was working for Cover FX. Cover FX is another one that's got some nice makeup things, but you don't see much of them anymore. So anyways, somebody came in, it was a customer, and asked for Too Faced Lip Extreme. It was a customer that sold me, and I told this story before. So she comes in, and she goes, do you have the Too Faced? She goes, I was just at another store. I don't know where she was at, and they were out. So I says, well, what is that? And this is when I was selling hair care products, and I just left the hair business. So I was coming back into the makeup business and finding out all these new things that were coming alive that I didn't know about it, because my mind was always focused on the hair business. So I says, well, what's Too Faced? Because I didn't really go into the stores and buy things. I just bought what I needed because I would buy it where I work at. And that's when I was introduced to Grande Lash Serum and Babe and, you know, all their makeup and stuff like that. So now I wasn't working in the hair, and I was getting introduced all the new stuff that's being sold in the stores. She goes, oh, she goes, it's a lip gloss that makes your lips feel fuller and plumpier. And this is when everybody was getting a lot of lip injections and, you know, all that. And so I says, well, show it to me. And I still remember her. It was such a cool story. So I go up to one of the girls at Ulta, and I says, where do you have the Too Faced? She goes, oh, it's in the back. So I said, okay. So I go to the back, and she goes, oh, she goes, this is it. And it was the clear box. And I said, okay. And she's telling me all about it. She goes, you know, she goes, I can't afford lip injections. She goes, but I really believe in this product. So I says, well, tell me why. So I knew, you know, about the story. She goes, well, she goes, I can't afford the lip injections. She says, but I feel that, she goes, when I use this, she goes, my lips feel fuller and plumpier. Now, she did explain to me that when she would wear a lipstick and the Too Faced lip gloss, she felt that her lipstick would bleed. So I says, well, why don't you put a lip liner? And she says, that kind of bleeds too. But I never tried this before when we were talking. And I said, okay. And this is a customer telling me, this is a customer selling this to me. And I said, okay. I said, so it makes them plumpier. That would be, she goes, and I got little fine lines. Not knowing about this. If I probably knew about this clear lip liner and going like this, I would have mentioned that. And I'm sure it would have been fine. Well, this is when they came out with some color. They had like this color, a coral color, or like a red color. She was so happy. She bought one. She bought the clear, she bought the pink, she bought the red, and she goes, this is what I do. She would use it like it was in her purse, and she just all day long, all day long, all day long. She really swear by this. She was like really into this. And it really made me want to buy one because she sold it to me. And she goes, yeah, she goes, try it out. And do you know she still shops there? And one day, one of my friend's daughter was working there. She goes, that person still comes back, same customer comes around. And I was like, she still does. So what it does, it just gives a little volume to them. It just adds a little more plump to them. It's not going to give you the lip injection feel or look, but if you can just have a little plump to it, it makes somebody happy, you know? And so I use it. Now, I admit, she's right. I have noticed if you use it over a lipstick, they kind of bleed. So that's why she was so happy that they had color to it. So I do use this. So sometimes I'll use the clear lip liner, and then I'll use a little bit of a color lip liner just inside, and I feel like it keeps it, the clear keeps the inside lip liner stay in place, and then I'll apply this on. But what I usually do when I'm applying my makeup, I'll put this on, And then sometimes I'll take it off, you know. But sometimes I just leave it on. By the time I'm done with my hair and everything, it's pretty much gone. But I do keep one in my purse. Okay, let this sit for a little bit. And I think my makeup's about done. This is, oh, before I forget. Okay, so this is the brow glue by NYX. And this is a clear gel. And a customer sold this to me too. It's clear, and this is what I do. So I use my pencil, and then I use the brow gel, the color to it. I let it sit. Okay, and then I use this to set it even more, or I use the Anastasia. But I do this one at home. Anastasia I use when I go out. And it's clear, and they do stay in place. And I feel like when I'm applying my makeup and things like that, things move around a little bit. So now I'm gonna go over and keep it in place. Another thing I add to my eyebrows. I go over and then work up. Get it in there and then comb it through. And then I feel they're not gonna move for the rest of the day. And they won't. A little gel right there. And usually after I got my clothes on and everything, they stay in place, but I'll be wearing this for a little while. Okay. Now I am ready for my setting spray. And again, this is MAC. And I'm just gonna spray and I'm gonna let it sit. There's that, a little bit of water. And see, it's going away, the lip gloss. So that's why sometimes I just leave it there. But when I do use a lip liner, I do take most of it off because the lip liner won't go as well. But I feel like it just gives a little bit of poof to it, a little plump to it, a little volume to my lips. And then I keep something in my purse. All right, so let's get this going. And I'm just gonna curl a little bit of my hair. I use this when I brush my teeth. I got these little sand things and I use these to make sure I get my 2-minute brushing. Oh. All right, I do use a thermal spray. So this is Flexible Hot Off the Press by Paul Mitchell. Oh, before I forget too, I forgot. This is that wet, well, I think I'm gonna lose this. This is getting broken, almost broke. It's going to break. That one's gonna go along here. Make sure I got some highlight. You can tell I take this with me all the time in my travel. I noticed the last travel, it kind of got weak. That's okay. If it breaks, I'll buy another one. It's not that expensive. You know, it's not like it's real expensive where I couldn't afford buying another one. All right, let's see. I got it on. I got it on low. I like this because they're temperature control. I'm just going to curl the end. I'm going to really try to do my empties today because I got so many. So I'm just going to put little jeans on and a top on and do my empties. Let's see. And this is a Quaj. I used to sell this. I love it. The Quaj smells so good. And I just feel like if you use any kind of curling irons and what do you call it, hot rollers, you gotta have a thermal protectant and blow dryers. You know, my hair is never gonna be the same, but if I don't curl it and use things, my hair will be too limp. And this is a bigger barrel. I did a small barrel yesterday, so I just need a little bend. And I try to go really quick. I got some curl in there, but it's almost out. So I'm just gonna spray it, kind of take out the frizz a little bit. My hair gets a little frizzy like the second day, and it gets kind of tangly on the bottom. I think this is a 1.5 inch. I don't get too close to the ends, but there we go. Just the end, just a little, soften it up. Cause see, my curl's almost out, so. Yesterday I did more of a tighter curl, did it with a 1 inch curling iron. So I'm just taking out the frizz, a little bit of curl at the end. And it's low heat, so. Memorial weekend's coming up. Anybody has plans this weekend? Greg's birthday is always Memorial weekend. So we go to Vegas, but not this time. We're gonna probably go July or August. But usually we go like in May. We always go like a week or 2 weeks before his birthday. But we didn't go this time because we went to Knott's Berry Farm. So we'll probably go out to dinner for Greg's birthday. I did get low lights last week, and then I think low lights are less damaging, you know. So I did low lights on my hair. But see, like underneath here, I get the really curly frizziness. That's from me having wavy hair. So I just kind of like, I'm not really perfect. I just take hair here, hair there. And then I got a shingle shot last week, and my arm is still sore. And I got it done, I think Friday or Saturday, and I'm still hurting. L'Oreal has a hair dye wand. They used to, I was thinking, I don't know if it's at L'Oreal, I think it is. It's like a spray. Because see, I get my hair colored, right? And of course we get the roots start showing, and I like to keep it looking color refreshed in between. They have another one, I think you can apply it on and massage it in. Yeah. I also have this, I used to sell this. This is the Rust Deep Shine color. It's still here. I remember when we got these, we would sell these individually. And I was like, oh my God, we were so excited. But I lost the brush, so I've been using the Q-tip, but it doesn't really work as well. I mean, it's okay. Sometimes I use it on my eyebrows. But, you know, of course, things that you sell, you want to use so you know how to sell it. But now that I don't do that anymore, I'm more open to different things. You haven't dyed your hair for months? Yeah, are you thinking of going more gray? You're thinking maybe not dyeing as much anymore? My sister went gray. She didn't want to dye her hair anymore. Well, I know underneath all this is gray. I know that for a fact. And now let's see. I'm probably 75%, almost 100% gray. So I have to go in like maybe in 4 weeks I have to go in. So I know that I have to go in more frequently. I don't color my own hair because it's got so much different texture, and it's got, you know, I've lightened it and I've added reds to it. So I know it's pretty much damaged, and I'm afraid to get zebra stripes. Okay. Let's see where I need to fix it. But see, I have the light wave. Oh, that's fine. That works. Let's see. Because I'm not really going anywhere. But I had her trim up a little bit. Because usually what I do is I trim my hair and then let it grow and then trim my hair. Because I like it like right in here, and I like it like about, like right in this section here. Oh, let me do this. And then normally I use like a little Velcro roller on my bangs, but I'm just gonna leave them like this, more natural. Oh, I'm thinking where to do my empties. Should I do them in my bedroom or in the living room, you know, like in the kitchen? I'm trying to figure it out. Right now, she did a little bit of layers, but there's, like, I got a couple here that hasn't grown out yet, so I gotta fix it, like. There we go. Right. Yes, my daughter dyes her own hair. And guess what? You know the counters here? It's everywhere. Oh my God. We're gonna have to redo the bathroom because she's got long hair. And I think when she does this, it goes like, oh, I told Megan, I go, Megan, it is everywhere. We're gonna have to, I tried to get like, oh God, like nail polish remover or alcohol, and like barely, but it needs to be redone. Yeah, I used to dye my hair years ago. I used to dye my hair, but when I started doing highlights and doing all the different colors, you know, then I went to a professional. But I know I'll get it everywhere. And I'm so afraid of zebra stripes. I really am. So I have her do it because I think that's what I'll do. Well, you have to let me know how it works. If it works, I'll watch, you know, do it on your video and let us know. But yeah, my sister went gray because she was like, I'm tired of dyeing my hair. I don't have a steady hand for hair. I loved, when I went to beauty school, I loved styling, just was not a hair cutter. I just did not, ugh. I was like, that's not for me. I loved doing men's hair because it was easy. But getting the long hair and all that, I was like, oh, no. I realized I was a salesperson. And I should have finished. I didn't finish. I had like 680 hours into it. But I wanted to go back to work. I wanted to start selling again. Yeah, well, live and learn. Next time you do any kind of school, finish your school. But I wish I would have, yeah. I had all my little customers, they would come in. I loved it. It was fun. I just miss selling. I miss going back to work. You know, and you have to get so many hours. You got to work every day when you're trying to be a hairdresser. A little poof there. Let it sit. Okay, now, since I don't have my lip gloss, I guess, well, maybe I got my lip gloss, but I think I'm just going to use that Ulta. Remove the excess amount. I'm not going to do any more of my hair. I'm going to do this. And use it as a lipstick. I think it's Rosy Cheeks, I think it's called. It's by Ulta. It's like a cream. And that's what I usually do when we're out of town. Like that little lip gloss and I'm done. I mean, that's not bad for an everyday look. Natural look. Yeah. Let my makeup sit. How's that? I guess I am done. Well, I want to say thank you for everyone being here today. Hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for Grace Travels and Visa Requirements, Missy Cooking on the Budget, Makeup Tutorials with Glamour Has No Age. Thank you. Let's see, who else was here? There was somebody here that had Uncle 7K. I appreciate you all being here today, and everyone else that I saw that was in the chat that didn't say anything. I appreciate you. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try. Like, you know, the days I'm not doing a video, I'm going to do a live and talk. And I got to do my makeup and do my hair a little bit anyways. And I got a little one right here. You know, and Greg and I want to do it on the weekends. You know, then I can still, you know, connect with everybody and meet new people and, you know, still say hi to everyone. So I'm going to start doing that. And, you know, chit chat a little bit and answer your comments. And I think I found a better way is bring the makeup here in the bathroom, you know, have everything here. And then I'll be doing in my room when I do my videos. That's where I'm going to do the videos, you know what I mean? And here it makes it so much easier. I was trying to do it with an iPad and I was trying to do it this way and walking. It's too hard because then I got to take you with me. Just make it easy on myself, you know? So this to me works so much better, and I got a chance to be with all of you. And then there's days when I do my nails, you know what I mean? And I can do my nails while I talk with everybody. So I want to thank you. Oh, and I'm gonna check your emails. I may contact you and see if you would like to come on, and you know, we can chit chat. Greg and I, we were thinking of maybe having guests come on, and we could talk about some things. And you know, so I'm trying to get used to all this because I'm used to doing videos and then editing it. And this is the one that I'm having a problem with. But now, this little hair right here, I can tell, is trying to get used to and find the ways that makes things easier. And in the same time, I can talk about products, you know what I mean, and make it simple since I got to get ready, like I says, anyways, I can bring you guys here. So I want to thank all of you. I appreciate you being here. And what do we always say? It's Cindy Lifestyle and More. My name is Cindy. And I will see you. And Greg also too likes to come on my next video. Bye everyone. Take care.